Fist!
Yo, what's going on, people? It is your boy, Soulfist One Piece Chapter 952, Hiyori and Kawamatsu. Cover pages, chiffon and beige. I guess, you know, that's one hell of a couple right there. Excuse me. But anyway, so overall, this is a pretty standard chapter of One Piece. Nothing too out of the ordinary, nothing too exciting or hype-inducing, just more progression of the plot. But overall, it's still pretty entertaining. I thought the middle section of the chapter was pretty funny. The section with Queen and calling back to Udon. The beginning and end of this chapter, most of this chapter revolves around Zoro and Kawamatsu and Hiyori and the little revelations and stuff we get there. It's funny because the chapter starts with Zoro pretty much defeating Yukimaru, like just sitting on his chest, like, come on, man, give my sword back. Like, you don't want to die over this. It's not worth it. Low Diff. I mean, of course, he gets up and he keeps at it. He's like, I can't give you the sword. I'll never quit because it belongs to the sword god. And he started talking stuff that confused me. And there was even a reaction panel of Zoro, like, what are you talking about? Like, what sword god? He was basically saying, ever since this sword got stolen, and I'm pretty sure Mori is the one who did it, but ever since the sword got stolen, there's been a bunch of bad luck and misfortune. And I don't know. I highly doubt the correlation is actually true. I'm pretty sure it's just something they think is happening because they're so primitive here in their way of thinking. But who knows? This is around the part where Kawamatsu shows up, and it's funny because Zoro literally stops him. Not necessarily without looking. It was like one of those over the shoulders, like I barely look. If he stops him on one sword, I don't think they were trying to really kill each other because I'm talking in reference to Zoro and Kawamatsu, because even Kawamatsu was saying how like Zoro and Yukimaru were barely fighting each other, which could be why Zoro was so easily defeating him. But I don't know. I mean whatever. This is around the part where we realize that Hiyori actually knows who Kawamatsu is, which I'm not really surprised because, it's been like 20 years, right? I mean, well, granted, I mean, she didn't know if he was alive or dead because they were talking about their past and how she would feed him, like keep him alive. That's here or there. It's just another character connection that, yeah, I mean, you should really expect, because you got to keep in mind how long this has been in the making. Not really in the making, but just it's a damn 20-year process, man. They're like literally living out a prophecy. There was one part where we cut back to Onigashima that I was talking about earlier. And we did get a cool shot of just seeing how the ocean around Onigashima and everything around it, the clouds and the ocean is just being ripped apart by the force of their blows and they're just shredding. But outside of that, mostly, it was just this comedic bit, which was pretty funny, which is Queen's looking for like any and every excuse to get the hell out of there. Because at first he was on something, oh, I'm not about to run away. My boss is in the fight. I need to stay here and watch. And then he was like calling up Uda. He's like, oh, you guys good? You need me to come check on you? You need me to come check me? Like, he was trying so hard just to get out of there. Queen's a pretty overall hilarious character. And I enjoy his addition to the series. The rest of the chapter is just Luffy and Chopper back at Udon, and they're getting some shenanigans. There's some laughs to be had there. It wasn't quite as entertaining as the rest of the chapter to me, but it was still there. It's a necessary part of the chapter. But outside of that, yeah, well, this issue of One Piece isn't necessarily, like, it's not the most in-depth thing. Oh, Yukimaru gets shot. I remember that at the end of the chapter. But then he runs. But he looks fine. I don't think the bullet wound was a fatal or anything. And then Zoro and Kawamatsu handled those fodder anyway. But not too much really happened here. Pretty standard chapter One Piece. And that's pretty damn cool, though. There's like nothing wrong with that. I enjoyed it. And you already know I don't do ratings. So it's your boy, Soulfist Hell Hydra.
Sword Fist!